gotta sing this whole video. Just kidding. That would be really annoying. I forgot to get all the books I need. Today I'm doing a video that's very applicable to my life because I feel like all of the things apply to me that this video is perfect. Perfect. It is a video about a series that everyone has read except for me. Which is that's pretty much my life. I just started reading like 2 years ago. I know that a ton of people who read books now have been book lovers their whole lives, but for some reason right around 2 years ago there was this like the great schism in me, and I was like, I should read more books, and then I did. And then I just kept reading more and more books. Then I got a YouTube channel and I kept reading a lot of books. And there are books from before 2 years ago that I still haven't read. So a big reason why I'm like not caught up with all these books out there is because of the fact that I just started reading actually relatively soon, so I didn't have time back in the day to read books that were published back in the day. So I'm trying to like catch up and read all the series that were done being written in 2010. Ooh, Paige just tweeted me. Paige, if you're watching this, I love you. So friendly. Alright, books. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with, I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books or series that I haven't read that the whole Earth's population has. I own 4 of them, so I'm going to talk about those first. I'm going to linger on 2 series first off because I've started both of them, but everyone else has completed them and I'm just over here in the corner like halfway through the first book. So the first series that mostly everyone on Earth has read that I haven't is Clockwork Angel, and I am currently 250 pages into this. I've been trying to read this to just finish it really fast, and I'm so excited I'm finally getting into this series. It's kind of funny because the reason I didn't read this sooner is because around 6 months ago I had a friend that I was sleeping over at her house, and she said, hey, this is my favorite book, you should read this book. So I was like, okay, I like book, I will read book. And so I got the book, I opened the book, I started reading the book, and then I was like, I don't really like Shadowhunters, and so I gave it back to her. I lied. I'm very excited to get into this world. I'm going kind of really fangirl because I know you're supposed to read this one first or something, but I'm getting all like the connections, like Magnus, you're so perfect. I don't know, I'm so excited, it's weird. So that will be read. That is one of the only books on this list that's going to be read and finished soon. The second book that fits in that same category is the Harry Potter series. I've only read the first Harry Potter book, which is kind of pathetic for a 16-year-old because I think you're supposed to read it at age 10, and I missed my window, obviously. So now I'm catching up. I have all of the books finally, and I'm gonna marathon them in the month of September. I'm currently 30 pages into the Chamber of Secrets. I want to finish Clockwork Angel before I go into these so I can just go back to back to back to back, and I'm excited. I have so much subjugation. Is that even a word? That's the word I'm looking for. I've been subject to so many spoilers in this series that it's kind of like lost its spark for me because I'm like, yeah, finally gonna read this. I started reading this and I forgot how much I loved the first book, so I'm happy. If you want to see me like live tweeting about this series, I'm probably gonna do like a hashtag Whitney reads Harry Potter or something on Twitter, because I know people are so intrigued with like my first thoughts on Harry Potter since I haven't read it, so definitely stay tuned for updates because I'm probably gonna do some kind of live here are my thoughts about the books as I read them type thing on Twitter or Instagram or something. The next book is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I'm pretty sure I'm the only human remaining that has not read this. I've tried to read this twice. Both times I have gotten like 100 or 150 pages in, and then I get bored and stop. And I'm like, that's a fourth of the way through, and I could technically do it, but I just get so fed up and bored and just, and I hear it's really sad, so I guess the sadness comes in the second half. So I'm hoping that if I try to read this again, hopefully before the movie comes out, then I will enjoy it as much as everyone else does, and I need to read this. I have no excuse. The next series is also one that's on my started but unfortunately cannot complete to save my life type shelf, which I actually do have a shelf for that. It's Gone by Michael Grant. Again, I've read this and tried, but I can't even get like 50 pages into this without head desking, crying, throwing it. It literally has like a dent because I threw it at the wall. Yeah, so these two are books that I've had for the longest time, but just can't fathom the energy to pick up. The next book, hold on, I can just hold up. Oh, it's at the way bottom, never mind, I'm not gonna hold it up. The Percy Jackson series thingies. I read the first two in the original series, but the one I'm really looking forward to is the Heroes of Olympus series. This is the one that all the humans have read. And I don't really like the original Percy Jackson series because I'm not a middle grade person, as you can tell. I'm a little bit older than a 12-year-old. So it's like really predictable for me. I just think it's childish. And I'm waiting and waiting and trying to get through the first 5 so I can read the Heroes of Olympus, and I'm so bored. Next book is The Fifth Wave by Yancey. Along with all the hype that goes behind it, alas, I have not read it and or picked it up and or thought about buying it. This is one of those that fits on the category of I may or may not read this one because I don't really like aliens too much. I say as Damon Black sits on my shelf over there. I like aliens. I like Damon Black aliens. As far as like the Fifth Wave aliens, I probably don't think I would like it, but nevertheless I want to try it out. And if you watched my video about things I want to get at the library, that book was on that list, so maybe I'll pick it up at the library this year or next year. The next book is Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which a lot of people are fangirling about, and I looked up the description to this, and I was looking through, like, would I like that? Let's just read the synopsis, and I just found, I don't think I would like it just because of the description, but then again, I also said I wouldn't like City of Bones because of the description. I was wrong. I think I just need to prove myself wrong for this one. It sounds kind of funky. I don't know if I'll like it, but I'm sure once I get it, once I read it, I'm gonna be like, I was so wrong, and then laugh at this video in time to come. So that's just something to think about.